Hanging in my brother is a rock. Yo, that nigga 21 was on that hoe, bro. Hanging in my business is a rock. They got 𝐲𝐸𝐸𝐸 at the top. I'm about to take a bitch to the top. I'm finna knock that bitch out like King Kong. He was at the fucking top. He was hyping up them bitches, yeah he was. He had an in the air jumping in the other shit. Oh shit. What's good? What's good, y'all? Y'all already know what the deal is. Make sure y'all subscribe, like, and share your boy's shit. Cause I need stats, all that. Anyways, I just made my previous video was pretty dope. I need to go watch that shit. I'm gonna drop that bitch today, which is it's 11:53. It's Wednesday on the 30th. This video right now, man, I don't know if I want to drop it today. I want to drop it tomorrow. Cause this one is about Snapchat. Cause I have, if you don't have a LinkedIn yet, guys. If you don't have a LinkedIn yet, guys, go check out LinkedIn. But this is 5 steps to improve your Snapchat. So, if you don't have Snapchat already, first of all, that's not a problem. You can actually go to your nearest Droid store. I don't know how Android works when it comes to their stuff. Google Play. No, it's not Google Play. I don't know what it's called. But if you have Apple, you can go to App Store and download the shit. So anyways, the tool is very useful. If you have friends that already have Snapchat, if you don't already have it, you should talk to them about it. They can kind of give you a little up to date. But for the most part, you can kind of build a business through it, just like any other social media. You can also send photos and videos back and forth to one another for those of you guys who are not Snapchat savvy. So, first tip. Like I said, I got that shit written down. Typically, I normally freestyle it, which this is what it's freestyle, but I wrote it down. It was freestyle, but I wrote it down, so I don't have to forget. Cause typically that's what happens. I be forgetting shit. So and it's not because of the blizzy. So my first tip for you guys, for anybody who already have Snapchat and who don't have Snapchat, that's looking to kind of improve or enhance their ability on Snapchat, go do research on it. You do research on everything else. On whatever particular subject you got going on. So do the same thing with Snapchat. Even though it's kind of self-explanatory to go to an app and just download it and voila, I can take a picture and I can send it. But you gotta understand that, you can be much more you can utilize that app itself to its full potential if you get to know it a little bit more better, which is going to YouTube or contacting people who are that social media savvy, that kind of just interact with those type of people. And that's if you're trying to improve your Snapchat, because typically what plays out is a lot of people, they stop at a plateau. They stop at a plateau of people who view their page. If you're still getting a good amount of views, but it's still in that ballpark range, and that's a problem after a while. You know what I mean? Because you do want to have a good amount of people that's viewing your Snapchat, but at the same time, you want to make sure that you're increasing your audience as well, man. Because at the same time, it's like it becomes a cycle. It becomes a situation where a habit of choice. Like when you go home, you decide you just want to watch TV. You know what I mean? And then you want to just go to sleep and go back to work. It's the same scenario. You have the same audience that you're talking to that's not really benefiting you whatsoever. It's not really growing to where it might be more people that can really probably help you grow, is where I'm going with that. So that's the reason why you should look into how to enhance your Snapchat by going to YouTube or going to other various forums that might help you. That was the first tip. So Second tip. Let me see. Understand what to post. Understand that your life is important. There you go. Your life is important. Everybody have an audience of some sort, you know. Everybody have a friend or two, and it might not be like that, and that's somewhat an audience of some sort. You know what I mean? They're watching your life. They watch you on Snap. They watch you on YouTube. Watch you on Instagram. They're watching even though they're your friends at the same time, they are essentially an audience. Even though it's not that big, it's still small. You know, even if it's small, it's still somewhere. You know what I mean? That's the bigger picture that a lot of guys should look at. But you should also make that circle big, and don't be stagnant. Don't be comfortable just only having that many people. You want to make your shit to the point where talking too much. Put it like this. That was tip number 2. Oh yeah. Make sure it's not always selfies. I'm going back to tip number 2. Make sure you're not posting always fucking selfies. I don't want to see selfies all the time. And make sure if you're trying to upload something big, make sure it's something small. Clip it to be something small and leverage everybody from your Snapchat, if you're posting it on Snapchat, to the Instagram or to the YouTube of choice, because not always people want to, click through people typically click through shit on Snapchat all the time. So, you want to make sure they want to watch your video all the way through, so until you leverage them to the Instagram or the YouTube of choice. All right, tip number 3. Okay, tip number 3. Don't get so emotionally attached to your audience. You know what I mean? Because sometimes if your audience is not benefiting you in a way that of growth, and it's just for like negativity and shit like that, then maybe you should cut them bitches off. You know what I mean? Because what happens is, you start going through a plateau yourself where you just don't want to do a lot of shit. You know what I mean? Because it's not really a positive environment. So you want to make sure your Snapchat environment is pretty positive as well. You want to follow like people that's influential, or that kind of got the image that you want to be perceived of. You know what I mean? You don't actually want to copy them. You just see them as influential in a way. You feel what I'm saying? Because typically, if you're following people that's not going to be influential, then it's not going to be, it don't work out for both parties, you know what I mean? But you still want to follow people. Alright, tip number 4. I always advocate this shit as well. GV said it best. Use your other social medias to leverage people to your Snapchat, because Snapchat don't really have a huge discovery section. So you gotta leverage people from your YouTube, your Instagram, your Facebook to your Snapchat. Because like I said, if you don't have people that's constantly, sharing or reposting your shit on Snapchat, then your audience is still gonna be at this momentum. So you want to make sure you're utilizing all your other social media. So therefore, it gives you a reason to be on Instagram. It gives you a reason to be on YouTube. It gives you a reason to be on Facebook. Because if you feel like Snapchat is that important for you, you want to make sure your Snapchat is getting the best maintenance it is, right? So therefore, you want to utilize all your other social medias. Make sure y'all guys go follow me on Snapchat. Go follow me on the gram. And you already know the motto: subscribe, share, and like your boy shit. It's JoJo. We out.